Hey everybody, Charlie902 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, the final cut. When we last left off, we were talking to the disgruntled youth here who's looking at my partner's Kanema, and we're going to try to jack their jackets. Let's give it a shot. Alright, first of all, we're going to need better half-light. Let's see if we can exit here. What do we have for half-light? We've got a +1 with the gloves. It's a -1. Pretty sure. Nope. I thought that gave us more half-light. The carapace does not. This one does. Looks like all of the fawn stuff gives us half-light. Okay, this is as good as we're gonna get. I want your jackets.
That ride is fuck.
Hey, piss.
42.
Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Red check. We're gonna try it once. We'll see if we get it.
These
Failed.
guys aren't scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in his eyes.
You didn't say that.
I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up. Leather would be such a cool look on me. It's not shit. It's disco. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Please.
Fine. Fuck it. Here.
The young man takes off his jacket.
I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy.
It's like the most poetic description of empathy right there.
Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Yeah, but what stats does it
Fuck
have?
that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
Your dad's a lawyer. So you're really a punk, huh?
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
Turn to Kim. We don't need the other one. You said you're more of a kind of guy, so I got the jacket for you. You got a rich dad?
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes.
Yeah.
You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
You're the one that said you're this kind of guy, so I got the jacket for you.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? You could really raise hell. Go undercover. Hard.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Still be good to know that we have it should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Yeah, y'all get out of there.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Well, we got a jacket that gives us drama. But this gives us drama. What does it look like? Not that good. Much better. Even better. Hold on. Esprit de corps, visual calculus. And gloves. We have a different hat. This takes away from rhetoric. What hat are we wearing? 2 logic. 1 perception. Empathy. Drama. Half-light. Perception. Kingdom of conscience. Conceptualization. All right, we're good. Let's check our tasks. Figures. Prove authority. Secret passage. Who made the call? Victim's tattoos. Done. Active. Let's see what we can redo. Noid. Conceptualization. Godly level. Sleeping dock worker. Is he in there? Let's see if the dock worker is sleeping in here. He was in here the first day. I don't remember seeing him any other days. If he is in here, I think we can wake him. I don't know what that'll do for us, though. Maybe he'll spill some beans? He is not there. Alright. Can't do sleeping dock worker. Mirror. Can't do. Tommy Lee Holm. Can't do. Gaston Martin. Probably can't do. Annette. Let's go see Annette. Where is this third, or I say third, eighth Hardy Boy, which is a girl? There's still stuff in here. Let's go see Annette. She doesn't look too happy.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion. Why does this feel familiar? Suggestion. Come on. Do we have any suggestion clothes? There's one. Suggestion +1. No, that's suggestion +1, but it's not saying we have any. So do we have something? Yeah, there we go. That's removing suggestion. Alright, let's check. Inland Empire. Having to go through everything, looking for a suggestion boost. It was just drama. That's it for suggestion. That's not very good.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you
58.
here for more books?
It is a white check. Let's try it.
You have
Red.
absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
I feel like there's either a multiverse going on or some sort of time travel, or maybe this is a dream. We're in a coma or something. Near-death experience, life flashing before our eyes type thing. What's here?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by.
Okay, there's games. What was over here again?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extreme
Man from Heimdall and Devil Woman. Is there anything up here? There's books here.
shelves filled to the brim.
Books here.
Shelves full of biography.
Leave. Map here.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded.
Nope. And
This bookstore is not strict.
nope. Okay. Nothing we can do here. Kim doesn't have anything to offer. Noid, we can go try talking to him. Don't want to go over there yet, though. See if there's anything new with the lorry drivers or the strikers. Do you have anything else, Tommy?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
This is a white check. It's 3%, though. That's very bad. Do we have any empathy? Boosting gear? We have empathy +1 from the sunglasses. It's purple, so I'm only going to look when I see something purple. There we go, empathy shoes. Logic. All right. It's as high as we're gonna get.
Look, it's the cop who turned me
Still
into a bad
3%.
person.
Got to roll a 12.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames, and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into his days of words.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
That's all for now. What other checks do we got? Noid, dock worker, mirror, Gaston. No one checks like Gaston. Eat sandwiches like Gaston. Hey, where's you're in a different spot. Where's your you're not playing petanque?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Is Renee dead?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
I can eat some sandwich with rhetoric. Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
This game is just all depression, all except for the dance club.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Well, I mean, I don't want to ask either one of these. What happened to his medals?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old cunt by something.
Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. In peace.
I wanted to ask you about the Union again.
Officer, I just can't do this right now. The Union, it just doesn't matter anymore.
Bye for now. Can we eat your sandwich?
Oh, sorry, officer.
No, we can't. Ah, locked myself out of that. All right. Can't eat a sandwich. Mirror. Map wall. Oh, that's just still a map, but we bought it, so I don't think we can do that. There's more down here that I forgot to do. Volition for Joyce. Hanged man. Perception. We can't do that. Cafeteria window. Can't do that. Sooner the programmer. We need logic. Bar barrel. Church doors. A cell. Lillian the net picker. Suggestion. Wash basin. Alright, let's just make the rounds and see what we can find. First off, let's go talk to the strike workers. Don't like you. Are you guys still here? Tab. Hey, main strike worker dude.
Right to work! Right to work!
What's the strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
Have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Well, yeah, because we know he's a PCM.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes.
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
We can't. I kinda don't want to show him this tattoo picture. Just gonna leave. Let's go talk to Evart, then we'll talk to Joyce. And Yana doesn't have anything to say. Evart, we do have to tell him that the apartment was occupied, that he wanted us to open. I don't think Kim's met him yet either, so Kim can talk to him. We have some sort of weird supernatural phenomenon going on. A few episodes ago, we tried to talk to a warship, and we kept hearing Kim, which is very odd because he wasn't present with us. All right, let's go over here. Supernatural light bending man. Tab. Single click to run now, not 2 clicks. Let's talk to Leo about the borscht, baby. You up here, Leo? Yeah, there you are. You still happy?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Yep.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Okay, you don't have anything else. Let's go talk to Evart in his container office. You'd think he'd have a better office. Clearly he's got tons of money going on here. Whoop, what was that? Look, something forgotten on the coffee table. What? What's forgotten on there? Alright, Evart.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
About the weasel? Oh, the weasel in the apartment.
You fucked up. You waited too long, the weasel came back, and now you can't open the door I asked you to open.
Big man looks you straight in the eye.
Everett forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder. That's just the way I am. Benevolent.
Thought I had more time.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I've heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike. I'd like to hear what you know about it.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Okay.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
They did send in armed mercenaries, but not necessarily to directly shut the strike down, but to give the illusion that they were going to do that for an intimidation tactic.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
They do have machine guns, but you want them to fight.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
The Senorita Pineapple Company is killing little children.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
He laughs. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
Yeah, they did mention that he sexually assaulted a young lady, but we haven't found any evidence of that other than you guys just saying that happened.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. Making sure everything runs smoothly.
The Hardy Boys.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
That's exactly what it is.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
Again, I agree with you.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Yeah, that sounds like Titus.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martin A's boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
We noticed.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
That's the weak link. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company? You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martin A's and Revachol in mind.
I'm sure.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
He's betting on them being useless to you.
How do you know the mercenaries are hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
He slams his fist on the desk.
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Okay, well, we did. We do know Sediment was one of their other names.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
Well, they are.
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Crenell this time. It may have been Sediment before.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
The remaining mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys. You know this, though.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
He rubs his chin and smiles suddenly.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem too worried about it.
Oh, Harry, What do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
He wants the tribunal to happen because he wants open conflict to happen. Met the Hardys, can you ask them to cooperate with me?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Yeah, we'll see.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Yep.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Here's where he asked me to do something else. Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He says, slowly shaking his head.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
Ooh, alright. I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. That's the right answer.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
What's the proposal?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs. And on roller skates.
On roller skates.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. That's the fishing village. You want to evict everybody out of the fishing village to build a roller rink? You mean the fishing village?
Yes, the little cul-de-sac on the coast, where all the men have drowned in either the sea or the bottle. A gloomy place, doesn't have that Union attitude.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Are you 100% sure no one's going to end up homeless?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're going to build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Alright, I'm not going to do this, but let's ask him what he thinks.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm going to hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
No, I'm not going to do this.
Perfectly acceptable. No one's going to force you into anything, but I don't know about that gun of yours. You see, I'm a vengeful man, Harry. Part of how I got where I am is that, well, I can be quite nasty sometimes. But the good news is, the moment you change your mind and want to look into this matter, just tell me, and we'll be buddies again.
He smiles pleasantly.
The lieutenant's eyes meet yours, and he shrugs.
Talk later. I'm not doing that. I'm afraid we'll have to progress the story, but I don't want to. Alright, and I guess we'll figure out what to do next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.